Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And I have just gotten back a few days ago from 3 fun-filled days in Brisbane, where I attended Stampin' Up's OnStage Live. It's our annual convention for demonstrators. And I took some things to swap, and I brought back what I swapped for, and I thought I would start today by showing you what I've brought back. And I can keep going with all kinds of things, so we'll just see how we do here. Hello, Paula. Thanks for joining me. If you sign on and are watching along, please do leave a message in the comments, either live or on replay. I do see them and I do respond to them. If you have questions at any point, you can reach out to me, Nancy at nancysniftynotes.com, or again in the comments either on Facebook or YouTube. And my website, nancysniftynotes.com, has links to all kinds of ways to reach me and to order, and blog posts that show you projects that I have made. And I will also get some pictures of these swaps up there, I believe, later on today. So let's get started. I don't have my grid paper here today because I am not actually crafting. I am showing you the results of what people have crafted. So I will start with, you may remember last week I showed you the little Tic Tac holders that I took for an organized 3D swap. That means that somebody put out a call and said, hey, anybody who wants to swap 3D projects, sign up. We had, I think, 14 people in total sign up to do that. And I took all of mine in this box and I turned it into the organizer, and this is what I got back. And I really have not had a chance to look at these, so we're going to explore them together. And I'm just going to move this aside and bring them in one by one. And actually, this one I did look at because I was kind of excited about it. Hello, Gladys. Nice to see you today. This is the organizer. This organizer is the same person who organized the retreat I went on about 6 weeks ago now. And so all of us were supposed to put a recipe, you know, what we used to make them. This is actually pretty fun if you're taking like a shoebox swap somewhere and you've got dies for your project. It's just got some magnet sheet in there and it says dies on it, and you can stick that in with your project in your shoebox swap and have all the dies stay together, which is pretty fun. Some of the dies are too big to use. This way, people have them sticking out. I saw it at the retreat. People were using it in their shoebox swaps that we were doing. So anyhow, I will not take time to package that back up. And then this one actually has two. It says mini handbag and round bookmarks. Let's see here. So, oh, I see. There are the round bookmarks. Oops, somebody had a little. How does that work? Oh, I see. Okay. She said she cased these, copy and selectively edit, from Sarah Douglas, who's the CEO of Stampin' Up. So I'm going to have to do a little investigating about whether these do more than just slide onto your page for your bookmark. But I very rarely read books in, hard physical format. I usually read them on my phone. And then this is a little, oh, cute. It's got a little Velcro dot there to make a little treat. Shopping bag holder. Cool. So some of these people came from Canada. This is one. Like I said, I'm investigating. I'm exploring the same time as you, so. Despite our best efforts with the box, some of them got a little crushed. There we go. This seems to use the beautiful bokeh paper. Anyhow. What are these? Oh, little maple candies from Canada. Nice. So these are just fun little packaging ideas. And I can play around with how to get it. She used the same die that I did as a nice size to go on a treat. Let's see. You make life better. That's pretty. It's a nice box. Oh, and it's got little note paper in it. That would be cool to have on someone's desk. Have a little scratch paper there. Very nice. Hi, Christine. Thanks for joining me. I'm showing off, I took part in a 3D swap at OnStage, and I took those little Tic Tac treat holders that I made on last week's video. And today, I'm having my first look along with you at what I got in return. Oh, this is from Sharni. She's one of the ladies who went on the retreat that I went on. Oh, the Impossible box. Okay. Very pretty. I like this designer series paper, and I hadn't purchased it. It's got all kinds of sea creatures on it. I think I got one of these last year from somebody. Although maybe not. Oh, yeah. So you pull this open, and it telescopes open. She's got lollies in there. We'll explore those later. Here, runaway eggs. But it's really, I was fascinated by it last year when I got one, and I'm fascinated this year. So it pulls up, it's all connected. It's all in how it's cut and folded. It's called an impossible box because it really seems impossible. But I know it's just a matter of getting the scores and cuts right. And then that just shutters open. So cool. That's a big one. Tracy Fish. Most of these people I don't know. I don't know that I actually met them. But let's see what we've got here. Again, paper in a set I don't own. Wow. I see. There you go. A little treat in there. And she's got a video tutorial with a link. That's a cool box. Did you guys see that? It slides to hold that middle flap closed. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining me. Hello, Sarah. Glad you're enjoying your caravan trip. These are the 3D swaps that I got. That's, again, like I said, I'm just seeing them now, so that's a cool box. Okay. Another cool one. It says contains a personalized gift for Nancy. I wonder what this is. And again, I don't have that set. It's cool. I just, I can't own everything. Someone like me, use the QR code. Rachel Merrick, I believe. And then also like me hung on to this ribbon because how cool is that? Oh, really cool. Nancy, 2025 Brisbane. And it's colored on the back with these same colors from Blends, which they're permanent markers, so they'll go on the plastic nicely. That's cool. That's very cool. And the packaging is cool. The whole thing is cool. Keep that over there for the moment. And here's another one. Rubber band to keep it closed here. Ow. Marion Pittman. Once again, that set that I don't have, but I did use it at the retreat. Come here. Did she put them in with a glue dot? Yeah, she put it in with some adhesive so they didn't come out. There we go. Oh, yep. Some cookies, biscuits in a little box. Very nice. Stamped all over, coordinating colors. Very pretty. Very sweet. Nice. Yeah, the key ring's pretty cool. It looks like it's vinyl. I think it's vinyl that she applied to the blank and then colored on the back. Here's another box. Storybook treat box. Diane Evans. Now this Storybook Friends, I think is very well done. The suite has the theming throughout. It feels very Beatrix Potterish, Peter Rabbit. Again, didn't buy it because I don't think it's kind of my style to do a lot of crafting with. And I had to pick and choose. And how is this box opening? Ah. Does the belly band come off? Is that the intent? Yes. Okay. Belly band off. There's the opening. And it just opens up like that. Coffee Crisp. Nice. That's a cute box. And then the finger holes, that little hole there. And then the belly band slides on to hold it all together. Cute. Very clever. And let's see. Journal pen holder pocket. Let's see what this is. These are wishing you all the happiness in the world. Oh, this has a fan in it. Well, that would have been useful to know while I was there, because it was sometimes quite warm. That's clever. Very clever. And it could be, yeah, you could put pens in there. This one, obviously, it's a fan. Nice. Almost through these. This is a little purse type. So yellow if I'm not keeping these in the frame. Mentos. Yep. Very nice, very nice. And a little flap with some Velcro to hold it closed. Cute. And who's this one from? Oh, Dimity Foster. Okay. Cool. And this was in my box with the 3D swaps down at the bottom, so I guess this is, I think it's because it's a 3D card. Yeah. That works. Friends are the flowers in the garden of life. And that's using stuff out of the new online exclusive textures bundle with all the woven fabric photo papers. Cool. Now, those are my 3D swaps. Okay. Those are from the organized swap. Let me put it that way. Then these are cards and other things that I got as swaps. I took a bunch of cards to swap. You saw some of those on my other videos and in my blog. And these are things that I received in return. This one was just a gift. This one was a gift from a friend. So I'm going to open that one first. I haven't looked in here yet. But again, a little pouch. With a chocolate and a pen. And a decorated little pouch. Very cute. And then this is a 3D swap. This looks like, yeah, this is a box. It has tissues in it. I'm not going to take it out of the mesh bag. These are more 3D stuff. I will pull that out here. This is a little 3D gift, but not. Maybe there'll be something about who it's from inside. I should have taken pictures of all these before I started opening them all up. That's a clever way. Just a little rectangle of paper scored in a way to make a little pyramid. a couple of chalkies. Let's see, my friend Wergie, who, funny picture. She made this little brooch out of the toadstools. And she's got a little safety pin on there so you can pin it on something. It's clever. She says she likes to do different things, not cards like everybody else. So, oh, Shirley Jones. She's one of my teammates in Kylie's team. She's actually from Brisbane. And I had a couple people staying with her. Oh, I know what these are. These are kind of clever. These are thank you tokens. So we don't tip here in Australia, but these are little things you can just have them in your bag with you. And when you go and you want to say thank you to somebody, you can just leave it on your table or hand it to somebody, and a little pouch to carry them in. And then she gave measurements for how to make more. Oh, she says, on the table after a great meal, in your friend's handbag, on the counter of your barista, instead of tips, because we don't tip. What's this one from? Oh, Maheshwari, who is one of my sister demos or teammates on Kylie's team, and she's an artisan on the artisan design team for Stampin' Up for the second year. She closed that up with a glue dot. And there's another little keychain. Oh, I'm losing the word. You drop in for flat whites and snack rating? Yeah. That's cute. Why can't I come up with, oh, a charm. That's what I'm trying to say. A little charm to go on whatever you want. That's where I got, well, OnStage 2019, somebody did this charm and this charm. This was a trinket that we had in 2019, and they found a 2019 little year to add with it. And then I did, from the crafting stamps that we had then, I did shrinky dinks with the scissors and a little name thing. So I think I've about reached my limit for my snips. Matchbook treat holder. Oh, I think this has a packet of, yeah, M&Ms. Those are cute. I made those in the States quite often. I haven't done it here, but I should. So those are the 3D ones I got. Let's flip through my cards if you want. Obviously, stick around, come back. That's a beautiful one. This has got the new corrugated embossing folder. It's got lots of Wink of Stella on it. It's got some ink spatters. I don't know what you can see. I might lower this down. Hang on. There we go. And this is from Kayla. Kayla makes really elaborate cards. She's got this thin thread tousled in there. She's the one who's teaching me to put lots more detail and stuff. That one's pretty simple, but good use of color. That one's really pretty. There's one. I don't have any of this, I don't think. Yeah, Wildflower Designs, I don't have any of that. And I don't have any of this one either. This one's a, I can see here. This one's a Lexo. Oh, here's a sunburst. Sunshine to brighten your day with the sunburst technique there with the DSP. Here's a different take on, different use of this same but different. You can see Kayla has done some fussy cutting of some of the blooms and popped them up. There's one. Here's to a lifelong journey. Someone's done some very nice coloring there. Popped up that die cut. That's a pretty flower set. Again, I don't have that one. Oh, there's out of that suite with the paper that had all the sea creatures on it. Here's the stamp set. Oh, this one looks really plain because it's very simply done, but it's got this whole background was done with rubber bands. And I heard part of the explanation of how she did it. I think she said she just had a handful of rubber bands and inked them up and to make the background. But I'm not sure. I'll have to go and see if she's got a blog with more details on it. Because it's fun to make a background, and then I think you could really step it up. That's a nice use of these. The dots and the layering of the circles there. Megan always does nice work. Yeah. And that. Oh, I bet it. Yeah. Look at all that. That's blending brushes and stamping, and then that's cut out and popped up so it holds that open. Very nice, Megan. She also lives in the Brisbane area. And there's a black and white. I hadn't even clocked that stamp. This is the new corrugated embossing folder, which I definitely have to get. Very effective. Oh, here's a little one. Yeah. I do wish that. Oh, that's a little, it's a little notepad that she decorated. Cool. That's just the right size to sit in your purse, too. Not too heavy. That's nicely made. Again, I don't have that paper. That's one of the things people do swaps for, is to get ideas and samples of things that they don't actually own. Because if you put them out at customer events, people might see things that really speak to them. It's a nice fun fold. This suite is, I believe, going away at the end of April. Oh, and there's the same suite, used a different way. Nice. Oh, and that one's got a fun fold too. They just sliced the, let's see. Yeah. And there's another one. That's another that I don't have. It's a gift card holder, it says. Let's see how they made that. Oh, yep, you can put a message there and slip your gift card right in there. Lovely. There's instructions there. Cool. And this one's a little calendar card. Oh, and it's got a magnet on the back, so you can stick it somewhere. Cute. I like that image. So those are the swaps I received. Do you want to see other stuff from OnStage? I'll just keep going, and if you get tired of it, I suppose you can drop out. So this is the sample. These are some things from Product Playground. This is where we get to get up close with some new product, get our hands on some of it, bring some stuff home. So this, I posted this on my Facebook page, Nancy's Nifty Notes, over on Facebook. This is the sample sheet for the new 25 to 2027 in colors. So we get a little square of cardstock to glue on. We get to stamp to see the ink. These are the Stampin' Right markers. As I explained there, and they explained to us, first thing, unfortunately, the first batches of ink that they processed in this new color, which is called Cloud Cover, the ink color shifted and it went way more gray than blue. And that can happen, and they're working on stabilizing it. So they've pulled the color from the ink pads at the moment. Unfortunately, we had that happen, I think, with the 2019, 21 colors. We had Purple Posy, and they never did get it to settle. And they wound up withdrawing the color, which was a very sad thing. So I'm hoping, because I really like this color, very pale blue, that they get it worked out, because it would be sad not to have ink. We'll still be able to use the color, the cardstock and the marker, but yeah. Paula, you had a question. Do attendees swap dies and paper too? We don't. We tend to swap finished projects. Sometimes, when I first started going to conventions, some people would do what they called card candy, which would be stamped and die cut images that you could then put onto your own projects, but that seems to have fallen out of favor. And yeah, I don't quite know why. We tend to, yeah, once a paper is retired, if you have leftover, you can sell it. We don't. And then when I was at the retreat that I mentioned, I did swap. Like, I didn't buy this plaid paper, but there were some, I wouldn't mind playing with it a little bit. So like, there were a couple people who had it, and I swapped them some pieces of other paper that they were interested in having a little bit of, and I swapped them for some pieces of the plaid. But that isn't people tend to do that among friends as opposed to it being a thing. And then the other thing that we got to bring home samples of, we have something pretty new, and in this new upcoming catalog, it will be available in every single one of our colors. And it's kind of crazy at this place, and they don't have like adhesive erasers out. So it's easy to make it really messy. Two-tone cardstock, and they call it cardstock, but it's really almost the same weight as designer series paper, maybe a tiny bit thicker. It's not cardstock weight. It's a little bit thicker than DSP. But they were showing us different ways that you could use it. Like it's easy to crumple it. Here you can see the two tones pretty easily. So there's a darker and a lighter tone, but this is all Petunia Pop. And then because it's got a white core, if you tear it, you get that white edge showing through, which can be a neat effect. And you can take a sanding block to it. Here's my sanding block. You just get, I think fine works better, and you can just sand on it and bring that white core through it. And it works really, really, I mean, this is just doing it flat, but if you run it through an embossing folder and then lightly go over it, you can bring the white out on the raised embossed part. And likewise on this crumpled part, you can sand it, and then the raised part starts showing some white through it. So there's some neat things you can do with it. They tried to tell us that we could do it for card bases. Yeah, none of us bought into that. I think if you want it to be on a card base, you'd want to put a heavy cardstock behind it. So, but the close to my heart scrapper types are very excited about this, because this works really well for their pages, because it's nice and thin to go in their albums. So something for everybody. We had a good time. This is Let's Play Bingo, and they had a whole bunch of questions. You had to go around and find people who could answer it. I often sign this one. Find someone who uses their clear blocks as stamps. I do that all the time. Remember, I put ink on it and spritz it and then smoosh to make backgrounds. And once you got your page all filled up, you got to take it to the information booth, and you got that badge. I love what I do. This is my whole, I can show this. When you get there, you get your name badge. And you pick up your ribbon. So this is my title, silver. I won an award. I was recognized for team building because I had a team member promote a level this past year. And then this shows the country you're from. This is your very important prize patrol number. You've got a QR code on there that you can scan, and that takes you straight to the agenda for the weekend. This shows that I ordered the standard lunch. And then if you have this, it means you paid for the after hours crafting session, and the color shows which stamp set you signed up for, that you purchased as part of that. And then everyone got there were different sets of these OnStage pins or badges, depends where you're from, what they call it, that I added. And I will very soon take them off this lanyard. And I'm not sure I've ever shown you guys this. I'll pull up here for a minute to show you. These are all of the, sorry, get up here a bit. These are all of the pins and badges I've gotten from Stampin' Up in my 15 years now of being a demonstrator. Some of these, like all of these up in here, And these are all from being in the Crazy Crafters, Kylie's team, and some that I bought. She did some really fun of our stamp pads and trimmer and what have you. Anyway, you're getting quite the tour here. That was the Blog Hop design team I'm on. Again, Crazy Crafters, love it, chop it. But yeah, like my first convention, that's all of these are from all the years. So I'll add those that I got this year to the canvas, and that just sits here in my craft room. Okay, sorry, don't mean to make you seasick. Yeah, so some other stuff to show you. Oh, I know, let's do this. I should have left that up, sorry. I'm gonna make you seasick again. See how much of my messy desk I can show off too. So every time, it's always fun to figure out or to see what our convention bag is going to be. And this one is pretty cool. It's not 100%, but it's pretty cool. It's a rubber tote bag, and inside it's got this great liner that's got all kinds of pockets inside and out, and it comes out so you don't have to use it. The straps are interchangeable, and they gave us a set of black straps too. And there's holes in the rubber sides, and these just screw on and off. I don't know if this is like a big trendy thing right now. We often get a Stampin' Up version of trendy things. There was a pen, and what else is in there? This is a notebook with a clipboard on top. Yeah, so it's just kind of like a legal pad in there. This really could have been just a skosh longer, so that fits in better, but it's, you know, it is what it is, and it's lovely. I'm sorry, I'm running out of places to put things. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to show you is every year for my team members, and sometimes for friends as well, I make name tags, because hundreds of people now have this bag and they all look alike. So this is actually the banner on the webpage for OnStage that I just took, and then I covered up the OnStage stuff and put people's names. So, but I'm thinking that could be good on there too, or on something else. We'll see. But yeah, so it's always exciting to see what the bag is and see how excited people get. I still think the backpack that we got last year is my favorite so far. So I will bring this back down. Hopefully that's the last time we move that around. And then on my Facebook page, I also showed you they were throwing, it's like a basketball game. When they play the music, the particular music, they do t-shirt toss. And I managed to get one. And then my team member in the same toss got one also. She was sitting on the other side of the room from me, because she was sitting where the sign language and closed captioning was. And oh my goodness, how crooked can we be here? Anyway, we swapped. So we each have a size that we're happy with. And I'm glad about this, because the last t-shirt I had from Stampin' Up has bit the dust. Let's see, this was what we were given for our make and takes both days, right? Yes. Yes. So we got this stamp set, which is coming out in the new catalog, Layered Thoughts. So there's happy birthday. You can say to you, thank you, thinking of you, love you, or just love. We got these memories and more cards, which can be used as layers and designer series paper and cut up and what have you. I will show you that in a minute. And we got these Greetings for All Mix and Match ephemera pack, and I didn't use any there, but they're pretty cool. So I'm gonna open them up and show you. I don't tend to use a lot of these ready to go kit stuff. It's just not my style of crafting usually, but there are times when it's really nice to have them on hand. And they are die cut, so you can just pop them out and stick them onto your projects. There's 2 sheets, I think, of every one. Yeah, that's 2. Oh, and then there's some black, white on black ones as well. So all kinds of different things. Like there's a Happy Halloween. I don't tend to buy Halloween stamp sets, but it might be fun to have a sentiment that says Happy Halloween. So there we go. What else? So for make and takes, that's what they gave us. And so the first day we also got, there are note cards and envelopes that coordinate with these sizes of cards. These are originally designed to go into pocket scrapbooking, but they also have it with these white note cards and envelopes. And so we were given these and said, go to town, make stuff. So I did. I cut down into 2 layers and offset them and cut out some balloons from one of the cards and popped them up. And there's a quick little note card. And again, oh, we also got these die cut hearts, gold foil hearts. And then we were supposed to bring back the same materials for day 2 for make and takes. And they had a suggested layout for a scrapbook page. And I don't scrapbook, but I used it as inspiration and instead made these 2 cards. So it was a 12 by 12 page, and it had these bands made out of the cut down those cards to make rows, and then it had like love, 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 love you, love you, love you, love you, and a place you could put picture. And I just took the inspiration and made it into a couple of cards. Yeah. So I like these colors. I like how it pops on the black. Again, this is the 2-tone cardstock, and this one is the light side of the black, and this is the dark side of the black. Just for fun, just to change it up. So that's what we did for official make and takes at the event. And then I did sign up for the pay-to-play after-hours crafting, and there we got, let's see, we had our choice of 2 different stamp sets, and the one I chose was not that one. There we go, Turtly Awesome. And we got the bundle, so it came with the dies, although we didn't use them at the event because it's too hard to have people lined up for big shots, listen to me, cut and emboss machines. But this has a whole bunch of neat small images, as well as the 3 turtles, and they're not, it's not teeny tiny, it's nice sized. And in the dies, there are additional stuff. Not only do they cut out the images that are there, but there are also, like, there's a little chef's hat, a watering can, pieces that make the balloon into a banjo. So I got some ideas going for that. Yeah. Oh, there's an apron. So all kinds of fun things that can be done with these turtles. And we got this booklet, and what they do is they gave us 2 scrapbook sketches and 2 card sketches. And then what they did is they, like, here's that scrapbook sketch. Make sure you can see stuff. And then they have actual instructions for how to use the stamp sets in, see, in those. So this is the card that I cased, and there's my version of it. They had blender pens for us to use to color in the turtle, and I find those really difficult to get. You know, there was one garden green, and I find blender pens the hardest to get differentiated shading with. So I could be happier with my coloring on that, but it's a fun card, it's a fun layout, and I think I would use that layout again. And that's the one. Impressions of Bloom is the other stamp set that they had available. And then there's the second card they suggested, but again, it was coloring with, anyway, at that point I was tired and I didn't make that one. But I can. And then they gave some more sketches, I guess a third sketch with the other 2, and then more projects to come home with that you can make. So lots of inspiration, good products. We had we got a pack of the new In Colors papers, and a pack of 12 by 12. This is actually, what's it called? White Willow, which is a color that's come over from close to my heart. And I haven't actually put it side by side yet. Let's do that now. On my white desk, my dirty white desk, that's White Willow, and that's Basic White. And I'm going to give that a moment and see if you guys can see any difference. I'm sorry, there's a lot of stuff just kind of fire hosed out to you. I can see the difference. I don't know if you guys can. This is a little bit creamier, a little warmer than this, but it stamps beautifully. There's no reason not to use it, but I believe it's only available in 12 by 12. Just like the Basic White's going to be in both. So if you're in North America and you're doing a lot of stuff modifying paper pumpkins or paper pumpkin kits, or perhaps even the regular kits, I need to look. This might be a better color match with the white than our Basic White. So I'm not sad that they gave us the 12 by 12. I probably won't be. I'd be surprised if I purchased it for my use. Again, I don't scrapbook. I don't do a lot of stuff with kits. What else do I have to show you? Oh, and then for my prize patrol, remember I had that number 2 on my badge? This was the number 2 prize patrol, which I'm pretty excited about. This is part of a mega suite in the new catalog on my product purchase premiere, which is the pre-order that attendees can do. The deadline was yesterday. I purchased the dies that coordinate with this stamp set. Yeah. And, but I will probably get a lot of the rest of the suite anyway. once April starts. I'm being strategic because the end of the quarter is the end of March, and I had more than fulfilled my obligation for the end of March. So I'm holding off for April, like a lot of people, I think. So that's going to be fun to play with. I saw some really pretty samples because they demonstrated it there. That is, I think, just about it for my haul from Brisbane. Just double checking here, of course. I got the new annual catalog. I can show you the cover. I can show you the front cover. I can show you the back cover. I can't show you inside, but it's really pretty. Oh, there's a card made with that stamp set. There's those flowers. So yeah, that's going to be fun. And there's the other set from that Mega Suite. The Mega Suite has 2 bundles in it, and there's the other one. And there's some of the whole suite, so you can see bits and pieces of it. Yeah, so that's it for me today. That took a full hour. Hopefully you found that interesting, and I will be back same time, same place next week, because we don't change clocks yet here. And I will actually craft for you. So I hope to see you then. In the meantime, don't forget, you can reach out to me with any questions. I'm there, and I will see you next week. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.